Today's road trip has brought us to a beautiful collection owned by my friend Hank, and he's generous enough to show us his cars, and he's going to give us a close-up look at this 1959 Ford station wagon.
Thanks, Mike. So Ford was always known as the wagon master. Really, they had the station wagon market pretty much sewn up, especially through the 50s and 60s. And they have always had three grades of wagons. The Ford Country Squire with a wood grain trim was number one. And this is a Ford Country Sedan, which is the middle grade. So if you didn't want to have the wood grain, you would get this car. And then the base intro car was a ranch wagon, which came as a two-door or a four-door. This 59 Ford Country Sedan is identical to, or very close to the one that I grew up with my mom. And she had an interior decorating business and she needed a station wagon. And really, station wagons in those days were either family cars or the plumber, the electrician, the painter. In this case, my mom, the interior decorator, right, used them because they'd haul a lot of stuff. This particular car came from Modesto, California. It's spent its whole life out there.
Okay.
And it's completely rust-free. Most of the trim is original on it.
Really?
Yeah. So things don't rust, and it's really clear that that's the case with this. So this is this two-tone kind of off-white and
is this the color it was originally made in?
And blue, yeah. This is the correct original color for this car, and it was a really this blue was a popular color for Ford Motor Company. So it's 59 was a big year for Ford. They had taken this car to the World's Fair in Brussels, Belgium, and won a design award, which they advertised the heck out of.
Really?
Yeah, it's a great looking car. So
it is.
It really was a big year. Of course, 60, which was the next year, totally different car, which frankly didn't go over well, and they restyled it in 61. So 59, big year. And I think they had the 500 millionth Ford that year too.
I'm looking at the side trim. Each year in the 50s, Ford changed it up just a little bit.
Yeah, so this is the Fairlane 500 side trim, basically.
Okay.
Applied to a station wagon, which gave you this ribbed piece.
Yeah, I like
here.
that ribbed piece.
So that's a
carries along.
Yeah, and that was
trim
something
along
that
the
they
top.
did in 57, 58, and 59. I think 59 again is really a pretty year. So
yeah,
it's a beautiful car, and unlike Chrysler and some of the GM divisions, Ford did not go crazy into tail fins, so they kept things pretty restrained.
You've got the luggage rack, which is really really cool.
And that's an original rack from 59. It's not an aftermarket piece.
Really?
Yeah. That's the correct Ford.
All the things you'd expect on a wagon.
Yeah, right. Like
it doesn't look complete without a luggage rack.
And this is a 9-passenger, which is another really interesting feature. And then at this point with Ford, later on the seats, Chrysler Corporation had spectator seating. That meant the back seat faced backward. Right?
Okay.
Like a lot of wagons.
Is that what they referred to it as?
Yeah,
spectator?
Spectator seating, right. So Ford, of course, later on the seats faced each other.
Yes.
They faced back, they faced forward, they faced each other, and this year they faced forward.
Can we open up the driver's door?
Yeah.
Take a quick look at that.
Yes, it's got a beautiful dash, I think, for a low-priced car. It looks like a much more expensive dash than it.
I see
for
you
a
have
much more expensive car. It's got a lot of trim.
A lot of trim. You got the underdash AC unit.
Well, again, for Modesto, California, it's a little toasty.
Yeah, I bet it is.
It's got its original black plate.
California plates?
Yeah, on the front.
That AC unit, that looks pretty beefy. Is that everything is right there?
Yeah, and that's an original. It's a 59 vintage. I mean, it's a correct vintage underdash AC unit, and it's the dash that's always been with this car. This is about a 67,000 mile original Southern California farming community car.
It's nice.
So
got the keys
runs
there.
Beautifully, really quiet under the hood.
Is that a?
It's got the base Ford-O-Matic automatic transmission.
So you got the clock.
2-speed automatic.
Two-speed automatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would have an early Cruise-O-Matic in it, which it does not have.
So here's that AC unit. Looks unusual. I've never seen all the buttons. It just looks like there's a lot going on there. Is that okay?
Well, it's really two dial. One dial for the temperature, right?
Okay.
And then the other dial for the fan speed.
Okay. It's got the emblem on the steering wheel there.
Yeah, it's a pretty dash. It's all business, but it is
And the interior looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm sure this has been redone.
Yeah, the interior's been redone. I'm sure the
Done to original specs, I guess.
Yeah, it's the correct design.
Can I open this back door?
Yeah, sure. So
This is neat.
And then drop around the other side.
Yeah, can you show us how you access the back, the third row?
So this is for the Little League team.
The Little League team.
So it's a little different. They never do this now. So this seat flips up,
Okay.
right? Then there's this leg.
Okay.
You could use a little CRC. Right?
That's okay.
And then that sits down on the floor, right? And then this puppy folds forward.
Boom.
And then you vault over this
And you have access to
get
the
into
third
the
row.
back seat. And then you have a little footwell back here, and a nice deep seat. So
That seat actually looks pretty wide as far as third rows go.
yeah, it is.
I'm going to guess you can probably fit 3 small people pretty comfortably back there.
I think you'd actually fit, frankly, at least 2 decent-sized
Yeah.
people back there. There's plenty
It's
of
pretty
headroom,
big.
right? And there's a lot of leg room.
Yeah, it's deceivingly
But you
big.
need long legs because it's a long way to get to the footwell here.
Yeah.
This is snapped in, if you can see the snaps here.
Yeah.
And if you unsnapped it, there's really just a floor panel with springs sitting across it. And if you take the back seat, it just folds forward and covers up the springs.
And you can see you're basically sitting just past the rear end.
Right.
So
Right.
gives you an idea how far
So
back
it's
you
the
are.
9-passenger Ford Wagon.
It flips up.
Yep, and
The
locks
bottom
in
goes
place,
back.
and then, of course, you get the squeaky arm here.
That's why my arms squeak too. I got
Well, if
squeaky
you were-
joints.
Right. Well, keep in mind this is more than 60 years old. So and there you're in business and ready to go. A nice ashtray for the back for you smokers.
I'm gonna get back here and focus. Yeah,
If you'd like
everybody
to have a
gets their
cigarette,
ashtray.
right? I don't. That doesn't look as though it was ever used. So
I'm sure it wasn't.
I don't think this was a smoker's car.
It's a really neat interior.
Yeah. Just like Mom's, right?
Yeah, just like the one we all remember.
Right. Exactly right.
Although this is.
I can remember. So when I was a kid, we'd go to the swim club because not everybody had a pool.
Yeah.
Right. So you'd go to the swim club. We'd come out to hop in this to drive home, and she would immediately yell at me. And I can still remember, "Don't touch the dash. You'll burn your hand." Yeah,
because the sun beating down on it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It was a metal dash, It was
Yeah.
like a frying pan. Don't touch the dash. You'll burn your hand.
It is funny. Let me go around and look at that side. I think I have a better angle on the passenger side.
Right.
This is one of Hank's many garages, and Hank has a
switch here.
lot of beautiful cars.
So.
Oh, no,
But be careful of the dash. I don't want you to burn your hand. So.
This is a really special car. I like wagons. I'm a wagon guy. I'll admit it.
Well, it's because usually they were so used up when they were finished. The painter, the plumber.
You've got all the period decals back here.
Yeah, the travel decals are neat. They're all correct and original. So you've got a
Country
trip
sedan.
across the East Coast on one side. On the other side, it's a trip across the West Coast.
Oh, really? They're different? Okay.
Yeah. So this side we have Yellowstone, Crater Lake, Idaho, right? Painter Desert, Arizona.
And now I got to
and
walk
Mount
over there.
Rushmore, So
I got to get over there.
yeah, I love the travel decals.
Okay.
My dad would never have the patience to stick those on the windows, though.
Really?
No, But they are cool. They're really cool.
That's cool. You have West Coast on one side,
Yeah.
East Coast on the other.
I have a low cool threshold, though.
Do you?
Yeah. So.
The 59 is really neat in the back. It's almost got like
Yeah, great big round tail lights.
Yeah. The reverse lights are much bigger and
backup lights. Yeah, that's the whole
prominent.
jet Ford, jet plane exhaust theme, right? They're always known for those big round taillights, just like on all of Barney Fife's police cruisers.
Yeah,
in Mayberry.
that's right.
So yeah, Ford really did a nice job on the Wagon.
Tell us something about this engine. This now is a 292.
Yeah, this is a baby V8, but Ford, being the marketing geniuses that they were, and still are, they marketed everything, regardless of the size, as a T-Bird Special.
And that's what this is, the Thunderbird Special.
Yeah, Thunderbird Special.
There you go.
So
It's got the decal to prove it, huh?
yeah, right. In case you're not sure, right? And then of course, it's got that's a York AC compressor
Okay.
under the hood, ready to cool you off on a hot day.
Let me. It's got some trim on the top of the fenders here.
Yeah, the fender guides.
Fender guides.
Yeah, that's the GM called them that. I think so did Ford. Fender guides.
And it's recessed into a dip all the way down
little trough.
Yeah, like a trough all the way down the fender.
Yeah. Well, I remember Cadillac. They had a long spear across the top. So
Everybody was doing something different.
yeah, fender guides.
There's
Beautiful
the other side.
design, really.
Yeah, I like the 59.
Yeah, and I love this color. This light blue and white, really pretty.
This is a beautiful car.
Well, it brings back a lot of memories going, quote, down the shore.
Down the shore, exactly.
Go down to Ocean City.
Everybody has a station wagon memory.
Yeah, all the stuff sliding around in the back.
Hank, thank you very much for showing us this wagon.
Right.
It's a beautiful car.
If you'd ever like to take it down the shore, you let me know.
Oh, you'll loan it out to us?
Absolutely, yeah.
There you go.
Good down the shore vehicle. I'll make sure the air is not working,
We'll-
so you're hot and uncomfortable.
We'll bring it back.
Like you were when you were a kid.
We'll bring it back nice and sandy for you
Okay, good.
to keep those memories alive.
Yeah.
Folks, if you like this car, leave your comments. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you, Hank.